Countdown yet? What's up? How you doing, everybody? This is In My Circle. I'm Ralph, and we got a great show tonight. We have a good friend of mine. He's a philosopher. You know, he's a writer. You know, he's a poet. He's an artist. You know, he's a multi-diverse person. You know, he's a great person. My good friend Gabriel. How you doing? How's everything, brother?
Thanks, Ralph. I appreciate that. It was a nice introduction.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do the best I could, but you know, I guess that's for anybody's interpretation. But so, how you been? How's everything?
Man, I can't complain, man. How's life treating you?
Good, man. I feel blessed. I feel, you know, in life I'm in a good place. You know, spiritually. I mean, I can always be better. You know, I'm good with God. You know, you know, I'm good in life. You know, I try to live my life, you know, the right way. You know, wake up. You know, the old normal, get up, take care of the you know, the household, or take care of the work. You know, take care of the kids. You know, the old normal. You know, make sure, you know, you help somebody, or, you know, that's it. That's what I'm trying to.
That's good, man. I think the last time we met, it was like about 4 years ago, right? About 3 years ago. It's been a long time.
Well, we met.
What's the last time you went to the studio? Last studio when you were on the radio. You were doing that for a minute. You were doing that radio thing for a minute, bro.
Yeah, that was when we first had. I first had you on the show. It was 2020, 2021.
During COVID, right?
During COVID.
So about 2 years ago, we last time we met. And it's funny, we're picking off like we just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you came over to the house for a little bit.
Yeah.
That was just, you know, but.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was, you know, that was chill.
Your DJ, that was dope.
Yeah. You know, that was just, you know, it was just to fool around, just to have people over, chilled, you know, do something different. But, you know, when I met you out. You were behind the mic, and I was like, yo, you're an interesting type of guy, and you were like, well, I guess, and then, you know, somebody came over and said, yeah, you need him on your show. He is definitely the truth. He's like, I'm like, well, I'm gonna get him on because he sings and he's a poet, and he was like, yeah, you need it, yo, he's realist. You gotta get. I'm like, okay. And then they didn't tell me that you were like this philosopher, this poet and stuff. You know, I mean, you know, I think you were singing. You were singing, or I don't know what you know. It was, we were out in an event.
Man, you're a modest dude, man. You know how we met,
yeah.
Bro. You're a modest dude. We met at the during COVID when they had Trenton Social.
Yes.
We were bouncing. That's why I say you're a modest dude, because, man, you're a jack of all trades too.
Yeah.
When I met you a couple times,
I was
DJing,
bouncing. Yeah.
And then I met you when but I ain't officially met you.
Yeah.
And then we ended up bumping, and you gave me my props, which is, I gotta say, that's pretty dope. A lot of people don't do that. They don't do that. They don't give love like that. Sometimes when somebody come up to you, you be like, I hope you come in peace, brother.
Especially during COVID, nobody was like, yo, I was like,
touching each other.
I was like, yo, bro, like I could just, you know, use the hand sanitizer, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, also,
man, I need
giving, you know, just coming up to you and say, yo, bro, you know, like that was pretty dope for what you did on the mic. And, you know, we started talking, and we went from music to like some I was like, yo, some off the wall, like, I was like, yo, you speak the same language that I speak.
Well,
And
we're both Stoics, man. We sat down, we repeated what we knew growing up,
yeah,
whether it be because we were from the same culture. You didn't know I was Puerto Rican. I didn't know you was Puerto Rican. I thought you was some maybe like Italian dude,
yeah,
a little
right.
bit.
Some crazy Italian dude.
Until I heard like the accent, and then I heard you play the congas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You were like, I see you.
Yeah. And then from there we spoke more, and we just connected. It was just
you know,
dope.
I wear the culture, brother.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta respect it. I
You
gotta
wouldn't even
represent.
guess who's not Puerto Rican, who's Puerto Rican, because we come from a very big mixed brand. Sometimes you would think some people who are a lot more dark skinned, like morenos and stuff, like real dark skin moreno. That's what they call me. Some people think I'm dark. Well, I get darker. You know how it is, different shades.
Yeah.
And I love that from our culture because you just don't know.
Yeah,
You meet Spaniards, you meet Africanos, who are just like straight, like whether it be Cubano, help me out, brother, Costa Rican, Haitians. Oh my God, I met some Haitians who speak Spanish too.
Yes, isn't it crazy? It freaked me out too.
They speak Creole.
And they speak better. Right? They speak. I'm not gonna lie. They speak a little bit better, and like they speak the properish. Like we speak like. Well, I speak a little bit of the slang sometimes. But
it's hard if you grew up around.
Yeah, it's right. But I feel like they have the proper Spanish. When I spoke to this woman, she was Haitian, and she spoke. I mean, the Spanish was like. I was like, yo, she speaks better Spanish than me.
Yeah.
And it's not hating. It's just appreciating that somebody that's that's different complexion speaks it like that. I was like, wow. And I hear it more. And just the other night, I was at Walmart, and somebody was speaking. I was like, this little black girl was speaking, and she was speaking so amazing. I was like, oh my God.
You'd be surprised.
Like,
and a lot of them there's so much what they call diversity in that culture, and even in the Spanish culture.
Yeah, the Latino Spanish culture is
it's really mixed with a lot of.
What I love about the Spanish culture. Let's just touch. I want to touch that real quick. That we can go to Mexico. We can go to any Spanish-speaking like country. Within reason, because obviously, visas or whatever, tourism, obviously Mexico could be crazy at times. Nothing against them, but I'm just talking about, I'm not nothing against them, but we can go to any single Spanish speaking,
cool.
And we all speak, we speak all this, the same language. I mean, different certain dialect words are interchanged, but you can understand. You can go throughout all South America and speak your language, and they understand you. That's what I love about that. That's what I love about it.
Well,
I mean, sometimes they don't understand completely. If you're Brazilian, not always.
You can pick up small things, and they speak Portuguese, right?
Yeah, Portuguese. It's I don't know. It's a. You know how like Creole, like the French Creole, it's like the Portuguese. I don't know if it's. I don't know I know it's like.
They got a bit of mixture of Spanish, and I know.
Yeah.
You could pick up just a little.
And it's the indigenous. It's like the indigenous. They put some indigenous stuff in there. I know. I don't know. I don't speak Portuguese.
Somebody broke it down to me, and I just it was a Brazilian woman. She broke it down to me. She was training. I think she was some type of like fighter, and she heard me speak Spanish, and I thought she was Spanish because she heard me speak Spanish. She answered back, but she's like, "No, I'm actually Brazilian. I speak 4 or 5 different languages," and I'm just looking at her like, "And you're a fighter? That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's real interesting."
I love when people can speak like 4 or 5 different languages. It's amazing. You know,
It blew
because
my mind.
it's like a key to it's like a key to go to different like like you can go different countries and you can
Yeah, you explore.
interact.
Yeah, you definitely
You
explore and
know.
opens your mind up. You know, it definitely opens your mind up because I have throughout my life I've met so many different people as you did too, and what gave me a lot more leeway and opened the door was when I learned their language. You know, would it be just certain phrases? Like not so long ago, I tried Ubering for the first time. I don't let nobody in my car, homie.
Oh, as a driver.
Yeah, just to try, just to be out, just to humble myself, and plus, you never, why not?
Make extra money.
Tax write
Yeah,
off, why
yeah,
not?
yeah. Man, you can write off the car.
Pretty much, pretty
Yeah.
much. Um, so I go pick up someone, and it happened to be 2 Italian people. So I go to this. Wow, it was in Princeton. It just happened to be around the area, and I went to this mansion. Homie, wow. So talk about some mafioso shit. So the guy opened the door. Well, I came out. He opened the door. They were in the hall, and he looked just like one of these. What's that movie called again with Robert De Niro was in it? South Bronx, Bronx Tale, and just Italian dude started talking to me in Italian because I just said buonasera because they wrote me on the thing here. They only know how to speak Italian. I was like, I think I know a couple phrases. Let me say something. That opened the door completely. He felt so comfortable because you look at someone's appearance sometimes. Let's be honest, some people they judge. They're a little prejudiced, which is fine. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. You should be like keeps you alert, keeps you
I,
awake.
I I went to somebody's house once. She was an old school Italian off the boat type of,
Mm.
and I was doing it as a furniture, like as a furniture, like I was moving furniture, and we were doing a sales, to reupholster her couch, and the boss was like, "Oh yeah, everybody thinks he's Italian, but he's not." And she was like, "What is he?" And I was like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that."
See,
Um, but you know, and listen, I'm married to an Italian girl. You know what I'm saying? I got
yes.
so, and you know, my in-laws they were like second parents to me. But seeing that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So back to your story that you start talking.
It just opened the door for me. So it made the whole experience with them just smooth. They trusted me. It's like an unbroken bond. Once you open that door where you can say, hey, look, I speak the same language. How you doing? You become respectful. He asked me, because I opened that conversation. He started speaking to me full-blown Italian. I was like, no, hablo español. That's it. But he understood just enough to be like, oh, okay, where you from? Where this, that. And then took them to the destination, and it was a humbling spirit. They spoke to me a little bit, because there was a language barrier there a little bit. But then I spoke to someone in Japanese. I was learning Japanese, everything pretty much is Japanese, Nintendo, Pokemon cards. When we talk about Pokemon, not so long ago in the car. You said you do
But
Legos and all that stuff.
but what's amazing with our phones, we can use it to translate. You could translate full paragraphs.
Yeah, you can do that. But I like to just be humble with it. Let them know at least I tried. I'm
Yeah.
to actually be like, hey, look, I can say this, I can say that. It's dope. It opens the
Oh,
door.
it's definitely cool. It's definitely cool when you speak a different language and you say different. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Like, they start talking to you. Like,
Like I'm gonna go to Japan, and I'm learning how to for a while, how to at least read the language, how to be formal and informal, because they have a hierarchy over there. And from what I've heard, talking to different people, they say, look, man, if you go over there with the right mindset, and you come up there with, you know, just learning the culture, at least learn how to speak their language, it opens so many doors.
He's trying to get your mic,
Oh man.
fix your mic. Technical difficulties was for a second there. Listen, if you like the show, like, subscribe, and share and comment. Comment on my you know, on the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about, you know, the hat, the Clemente jersey. You know, I got the Griffies, the golden black colorway 2012. Yeah, just figured let them throw it in there to fill
It's
the
nice,
air.
man. It's nice. I checked it out. We're about to comment thing. It definitely goes way back. I seen the Pittsburgh Stadium one time.
Actually, me and Ruben actually tried to go.
Where?
We tried. It was just the guy. I guess the guy was just so busy and never got back to me. It was just that busy. So, but I'm gonna attempt to do it again. I'm gonna attempt to go up there again.
It's a beautiful view, man. It's a beautiful view. When I saw the baseball stadiums like by the river, and man, I wish I took pictures of it. Usually I don't even do that. I take pictures here.
I want to go to the museum. That's the thing. I want to go to the Clemente Museum.
That sounds good.
That's what I don't know if I went to Atlanta this year. That was a whole different experience. You know, I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. I went there for the first time in my life, and I went there just for the weekend. And I said, if I'm going to go there for one day, let me see if I can. What am I going to do the whole weekend? So I didn't have anything planned. I just went down there for the whole fucking weekend. I planned ahead, but I didn't plan, you know, where to go. And you said you tried Uber for the first time, right? Well, I tried Lyft for the first time as a passenger. You know what I'm saying? That was the only time I ever used it. I mean, now I have Lyft on my phone. That was the first and only time I ever used a share ride, whatever, you know, type of thing. And thought it was cool. You know, the ride comes right up. You're like, where you know, and it tells you, they call me and they're like, I was moving. Like, do me a favor, don't move. Stay there. I was like, okay. You know, because you walk in, you know, you're going back and forth, and they're trying to locate you. Like, why is my target moving?
It's not like the old school taxis from back in the day, man. I had to use it one time because I was so used to using taxis over there in.
What up, bro?
I'm live right now. Sorry, I'm live.
That's what's up. We brought the chips with the dip.
But yeah, man, it was definitely an experience. It was first time, you know, like I experienced a real racist cop. Like I got like an actual racist, like 100%.
You can pass off, you know.
No. I was with brothers down there, like straight. Like I went down there I met up with like 35, 40 fucking people. Like, and then some of us splintered here, some of us did this, that, and then when we all went to the stadium together as a group, you know, I was leaving, you know, with a group of people, and we got racially profiled. Yeah.
You're too Puerto Rican, bro.
I know. I was trying to blend in, and then they were like.
Too Puerto Rican. That's why you probably really loud. Oh, man. It's okay, man.
I was trying to blend in, you know. I was trying to blend in with, like, you know, in the background and everything, and all of a sudden, and they're like, yeah, he's from the hood. Yeah, we don't like you either. Like, I was like.
But how'd you get through that? Because I experienced mine.
You know, I just you just walk away. Because if you're gonna antagonize a cop, he's gonna find any which way to reason to lock you up. You know, they don't care down there. In Georgia, they don't care.
Oh, in Georgia, yeah, you're right.
We're talking about well, it
depends.
Fulton County. We're talking about, you know, out there, you know, Cobb County. Like it was a great experience. it was fun. Everything. It was, I had a great time. It was just that one little, it was. Remember we was talking about the tree of life. There's always that one rotten apple, and bang, that one rotten apple
Yeah.
happened to be that cop that day.
It
You know,
happens,
and
man. You know, if you want to touch on it, we could touch on that. You want to touch on that?
yeah, we could touch on anything. We could,
I'm
you
not
know,
sure because the last time, you said there were sensitive topics we can't talk about. That was
we're on YouTube.
where?
We're on YouTube.
Oh,
By the way, we're on YouTube, so let him know we're on
This is
YouTube.
the radio.
Like, subscribe,
this is
like, subscribe,
bro, this is
like,
so long.
subscribe, share, and comment. Yeah, this you're on the show in my circle,
That's embarrassing.
on YouTube.
I thought we were like on the radio.
Well, we transitioned. We transitioned
Oh,
to YouTube.
We came from radio to YouTube, bro.
9 years on the radio.
I had no idea we were doing do all this. You just kind of surprised me. I was like, sure, I'll do it, man. And I was very thankful. I was like, I can't. Believe
Now we're all over. Now you can be really seen all over the world. YouTube. I mean.
Oh man, that's something. I never thought of it. Like that. But it's very humbling because we had some. Eventually I was gonna come get you because we were talking about certain projects you wanted to do around the neighborhood. Remember you wanted to do the campaigning and stuff like that. I was like, remember that thing we were talking about, the mentorship program?
Yeah.
And you were talking about if I am your brother.
Yeah.
The segments where like people ask you like, hey, look, if you were my brother, what would you ask me? If you were my brother, like, how will you handle this? Or you know what I mean?
Well, it depends on what type of situation that arises.
A lot of people don't have that positive, real, role models of male. None of that throughout that. People have just questions.
Honestly, I had, my father wasn't there.
That's tough, man.
My father wasn't there. I grew up without a father. I was, the man in the house, for the most of the part of my life, until I moved out and built another house. Not built from the ground. Created a different setting that I'm the man of the house. And it was. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of father figures. Some of the father figures I've had, they were, they weren't mainstays. They were, they were coming goals. One uncle, a couple uncles, I looked up to. But when you don't have a father figure, you have, sometimes you have friends, or you gravitate to the older elders who give you the information, are trying to give you the information that you need to guide you in life. Like my father-in-law, my late father-in-law, he was one of those types of guys. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Ooh.
Yeah, pancreatic cancer. So,
condolences, man.
in 2019.
And condolences to anybody who lost people to cancer. Cancer sucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Cancer sucks. I think everybody definitely agrees on that. But I'm actually when I got done off speaking to you, I spoke to somebody else. I'm actually joining a coalition to feed the homeless in December 16th. Me and my wife. So we're keeping we're gonna help somebody. We're joining a coalition, and then I think maybe January, February, me and her are gonna head it by ourselves, and just go full force, and we're just gonna do it ourselves. Put some food together, and whoever wants to help, obviously, whoever wants to help us, but we are determined to head it ourselves.
Really? That way?
We just want to. I mean, we want to go big. Emotionally for us, because past year we lost my mother-in-law.
Oh.
So she was a big factor in always feeding the homeless. So it was always my father-in-law and my mother-in-law always feeding the homeless with us.
Condolences, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So that's why we want to. There's a little bit more an emotional attachment to
this project
that we want to do this year.
I hear you, man. And that's good, man. That's very noble.
And I mean, as many as people that want to help, but we want to like spearhead it, like 100%, like spearhead, like okay, let's get it done. Call people and get, navigate who to talk to, who You know what I'm saying? Before we've always teamed up with a lot of people. I think this year we're just gonna do it
Well, you
by
know what they
ourselves.
always say, my brother. You want build it, and they will come.
Yeah,
You just gotta believe it, have it in your mind, and just action behind it. You know,
absolutely. I mean, that's what we talk about. That's what we talk about.
the magnetic
It's
wave, man. You know what I mean? What you
we
attract.
gotta you gotta speak about it to manifest it to create that that positive energy to create it to gravitate it towards you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, hey, that's real. That's real. You know, that's real knowledge. You know, like
Yeah, man.
you know, if you constantly, and I use this analogy and where earlier I said if you constantly are working at a dead end job and you're constantly saying I'm never going to get nowhere, I'm just a peon, then you're manifesting your reality. You're
Yeah.
going to create your sitting reality. You're going to be there 20 years in a dead end job making shit money. You got to get up out of your you got to get up off your ass and get up and like create that positive energy that listen, I want to do better, you know. And I'm not just saying using that. I'm not using a job. We all work at crazy jobs. I'm just saying it's just I'm not using your job. I'm just saying that we all can be better. We all can do better. Just create that positive energy and manifest it. And you know,
Yeah.
that's what I feel. I mean, if you constantly think positive, the positive is going to be around you. If you constantly think negative, you know, the dark is always around. Dark clouds around you. I mean, we
Yeah.
were talking about that stuff.
Yeah.
The
We were.
dark and the good and the evil and the good and the dark. You know, like that stuff exists.
Yeah, there's definitely a battle between good and evil every day, and that's something that a lot of people can't see because they're too busy. They're too busy to see that, you know, for every decision, there's an action. For every action, there's a reaction, and there's forces working behind it. And then on top of that, the way you think plays a really big part in where you're gonna go and where reality, where I guess you're pulling yourself towards is gonna take you. And people don't realize that because some people don't have the tools, and they don't know, man. They're ignorant. Some people don't want to be ignorant. They
It's
really
sad.
don't.
It's sad, brother. It's sad.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, I mean,
Some people need to be ignorant.
I say it's sad. He's like, yeah, fuck him, screw him.
That's one way of looking at it.
Right.
But more like there has to be people that they have a role to play, like an NPC. That's the new term today. There's so many new terms and abbreviations.
Right. Right.
It's out of this world. I'm trying to keep up, and so many different ways to express yourself now. But these people have to exist too as well. And here's a crazy part.
Ignorance has to exist in order for the awoken to be.
Yeah,
You know,
some type of order to come.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
know what
got
I
to
mean?
be some. We were talking. There's got to be some
Yeah.
balance, some type of balance.
It has to be some type
The
of
village
order.
idiots and the geniuses, they all got. You know what I'm saying? And we're not saying bad things about it. It's just you know those type of people exist. They have to exist,
Everybody.
and that's why we got to keep
Yeah.
thirsting for knowledge
Yeah.
because we might be considered, you know, the village idiots on somebody's scale, right or
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
We are considered on, you know, like you know how people look down. We were just talking about you. There's a feudal certain aspects in life,
A hierarchy.
hierarchy, and
There definitely are hierarchies.
people look at us. You know, I don't look at people below me. I look at everybody equally. That you know,
Yeah.
I don't care if you got $1 million in your pocket or $1 in your pocket. I'm gonna look at you, the respectful way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
And that opens up a lot of doors, but also, it keeps you. How do you say? When you're inviting like that, you welcome so much in life.
I
Some
don't,
people,
but
they're
I don't
shut
try
off.
to.
They're shut off.
I try not to invite the bad types of people though.
Nah, we're not talking about that,
No, yeah.
man. But I know you talk about, man. You know, what I mean? That it comes with the territory. It has to come with the territory. It's a balance scale, man. It's on the scale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Remember we said that
Yeah,
there's always got to be a hater.
there has to be. Look, unfortunately,
That's the inspiration, the drive.
there's
It's part of it,
drive
right?
behind it. There's a lesson behind it. Also, you're teaching them a lesson, and also a lot of the hate that people have happens to be because they don't love themselves, man. And some people just generally don't understand, like they don't understand their emotions, like envy, jealousy. It's okay to be jealous. It's okay to be envious because if you take that and you, instead of just letting it kill you, you can be like what we spoke
Put
earlier.
it to
Like there's some
inspiration,
people,
make it determination, and be a better version of what you want to be.
yeah, yeah, like
That's
there's,
that's that's the realest shit I could ever tell you. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
pretty much, man.
you gave it the definition, and I said, hey, just be a better version of. If you're envious of that person or jealous of that person, be a better version of that person. Not saying be better than them, but saying be a better version of yourself. That in your eyes is better than them. Respectfully, I guess.
It's one
You
way
know,
of looking at it too. There's so many ways of looking
right?
at it.
It's
Once you start becoming very stoic and start looking at it and stop taking things so personal,
I never do. It's
sometimes you could take things personal, man. Sometimes I do. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I have to remind myself that I gotta chill. And I am human. I am.
I mean, of course,
You know what I
we're
mean?
human. I'll say some off the wall stuff, but you know, it's. I sometimes I realize that taking it personal, knowing, man, this person probably had a bad day. Let him move, let him get his bad energy out of my way.
Yeah, yeah. The best you can do is definitely, take yourself out of that chessboard, that area if you can, as
Get
much as
yourself away from
possible.
that.
Yeah, you don't
Move to
need
another
that.
part on that
Yeah,
chessboard. You know what I'm saying?
go play somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
That's it. Take your ball and leave.
yeah, yeah,
You know.
definitely. Because you're not gonna get anywhere bumping heads with anybody anymore. I I don't want to argue with nobody. Believe what
Yeah.
you want to believe. It's cool, man. It's cool. But let's of course, be cordial.
Exactly.
Just
Be
be cordial.
respectful. Be bygones. Say hi. Say bye.
Yeah, because then we can't speak, and that's terrible. Because then again, I would like for me when I meet people, depending, I'm not very, very. But when I meet people and I have to greet them, I always like to greet them with a blessing, because that's what my God taught me. You feel me?
Exactly. It's
So
it's always good to show show love, greet people. Because right off you open the
open up
door
that door. Yeah.
for the law. You get received in a better. When you come all huffing and puffing, you're not gonna get received. People are gonna receive you like, you come peacefully. People like, how
Yeah.
you doing? How you
Yeah.
doing?
Peace be upon you.
Yeah,
Shalom. Assalamu alaikum.
yeah.
Alaikum assalam.
However you peace.
Namaste. It's just, that's what you ask these people, who are you? I come in peace.
So before we get off, I'm gonna ask a couple questions. As since and remember you said you did some Ubering as a
Mm,
driver.
mm.
What? So you told me your experience. So what was your best experience doing that so far? You still doing it? You just tried it out
No,
just
I
to,
just did it like 3 times one night. I was bored. But I'll do it again, maybe, maybe.
if you're bored
If
again.
I'm bored, because it was, I do other stuff, man. I'm always online doing other stuff, creating content, just staying my please. I can only do one thing at a time. I can't do everything. I said,
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
Let me just try this. It seems dope, and I've heard about it. You never know, and I did it, and it wasn't bad. Just protect yourself, follow the rules. Go by the guideline, so that way because unfortunately, again, there's people out there, man, and they just don't have the right intentions.
Well, absolutely.
They can't be a productive member of society. Not a productive member of society. You have to understand that this is commerce. Everything that we do here is commerce. We're engaging each other in commerce. So let's do commerce. That's why the government is going to tax you, because don't forget, the government is the one who prints the money. and it needs you to do commerce
Actually,
the
the
right way.
government doesn't print the money.
Well, it borrows it, right? It borrows it
It
from the Fed.
borrows it from the Fed.
But
And
the
the
way they
Fed,
printed it,
the Fed actually signs orders to print it. They the Fed regulates interest rates. They create paper. They print the money. They change interest rates, drop interest rates. They can regulate laws. You know, they if they don't like what you're doing, they'll come in and talk about it. They'll come, like, you know, when cryptocurrency was a big thing a couple of years ago.
Mm.
You know, they started trying to regulate it, and everybody was trying to take all the money away because the Fed was trying to get into it.
it's not so much. It's not so much too that the Fed's trying to get into. A lot of people were getting Ponzi schemed a lot. That's what it was. A lot of people were getting, unfortunately, just bad information. They wasn't taking the time to study. They was trying to find a mentor. They were trying to do, you know, get rich schemes, and they end up really paying the price for it.
Well, actually, what happened
Some
was,
people.
see, what happened with the cryptocurrency, the crypto market. It's been ushered into a. So we'll touch base with it. It's been ushered into a kind of a ice age. So where some of the numbers are steadily rising, but they're not like in those numbers where COVID, where everybody was home and the government was giving us all this money and we had nothing to do with this money. But like, let's shove it in. Let's
People
let's
still
invest.
don't know about crypto that much yet. You know, it's still something that.
It's hard to navigate because there's so much to learn
Well,
about.
we still using Federal Reserve notes. Don't
We're
forget
using
that.
we're using paper
Yeah.
unbacked by gold.
Yeah, it's unbacked by gold, but it's backed up by you know, what
By
they call
interest rates.
by the petrodollar, debt, other debt. Debt
It's
basically.
debt. It's
pretty much
it's
that. But it's
debt
backed up by
controls.
by assets too. You
Yes.
know, across, you know, that's why they're stationed strategically around certain places for a reason, you know, and
Yeah.
taking resources. Okay, let me not say taking resources, but
Purchasing, acquiring,
no, what's the word I'm looking for? That's more
investing.
politicking over there.
Possible, yeah, possible. Yeah.
They're politicking, you know, with different countries to come up with better, I guess, ways to regulate commerce. That's what they do, man. That's all we're doing right now in this world.
Gabe, it's been amazing to have you on.
Yeah, brother.
I appreciate you coming on to the
Thank
show.
you so much, bro. I appreciate
Listen,
it.
we'll bring you back on. You know, it's definitely amazing to talk all kinds of the stuff about. You know, we don't always talk about stuff on a regular. You know, you don't just go on Facebook and talk about it because people don't understand the type of, you know, the type of level you gotta be on. You can't just talk on people. We can't talk to people on Facebook these days no more. And I'm not giving a crap. I'm not giving a crap on it. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely a useful tool. That's how most of us connect.
Yeah.
But to talk about politics, talk about, you know, what's driven on social medias, the trendy types of issues, sports figures or, you know, actresses or, you know, Jason Kelsey and Taylor Swift, you know, and politics, racism. It's always kind of.
You know, I don't believe in that, right?
It's crazy. It's a facade to create to continue to divide us.
No, you're right.
It's
You're right.
100%. But that's for another show.
Yeah.
I'm Ralph. This is In My Circle. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me know. We're out. Peace. Let me know how you like the show. Thank you. In My Circle. I'm Ralph. Thank you, Gabe, coming on the show. Appreciate you. And we're out. Until next time.